Welcome to the first of a series of tutorials that we're going to be doing for the Portal app, which is the application that we have for daycares. If you're watching this video, you're probably arriving from the tour of the Portal application. And if you haven't watched that yet, we recommend that you watch that video first. That video will give you a quick start and cover everything that you might want to know about the Portal application. So let's get into it. Right now I'm on Lucy's Circle on the home page, and you see that we don't have an account right now. We're going to be signing up for an account together so we can go through the process. So if you're a daycare, the intention that we have for you is that you fall into one of two buckets. You fall into the bucket of your daycare is already listed, since we list a lot of daycares ahead of time, or you fall into the second bucket where your daycare is not currently listed, but you want to list it yourself. So what you can do is, say our daycare starts with the word tree. I can search for tree, and I could do a search right here, and I could see if my daycare happens to be one of these. So if this happens to be my daycare already, I could start what's called a claim process. And the claim process allows me to take ownership of this daycare and to continue managing it on my own. Once I do this, I have the ability to control everything that goes within it, including the photos, the information, the contact information, and so on. If you fall into that second bucket, what you'll be doing is you'll be creating a daycare from scratch. Before we go directly into the Portal app, we're going to be covering a little bit in detail this three hierarchy structure that we have for daycares. So I'm going to click on this one, Little Acorn, since it's one I created ahead of time. And I'm on the daycare profile right now. On the right hand side, we have an organization card, and I'm going to be opening that in a new tab. And then I'm going to scroll down to the program section and click on this specific program and open it up in the new tab. So right now I have three tabs open. You see I have an organization profile, I have a daycare profile, and then I have a program profile. What is the intention behind this? The intention is that if you are a daycare, technically you're a business. Although you may not think of yourself as a business, you are offering a business service. So there's some daycares out there that will have an organization, and then they'll have multiple daycares at different locations. The way we structure this within Lucy is that one daycare is one location. So this daycare is a daycare that we have in North Vancouver, and this organization might have a second daycare in Burnaby or a different location. So the organization helps us an umbrella to be able to group different daycares that you own into a single profile. When you're looking through the search page, you'll be primarily looking at the daycare profiles because parents will be looking for individual locations and the openings at those locations. But they can quickly arrive back at the organization profile and explore your business as a whole. Now we understand that some daycares further break down one location into different groupings. These groupings may be based on seasonal programs like a summer and fall, or they may be based on different age groups. Maybe you have a toddlers group, you have an infants, you have preschoolers, and so on. So that's what a program is. A program is basically a subsection of a daycare that allows you to create a grouping for the openings and the age groups and so on. So in the same way that we can have an organization with multiple daycares, we can have a daycare with multiple programs. But an added bonus as well is that if a program happens to be a program that you offer in multiple daycares, you can apply that program to each individual daycares. So you can see, for example, we have this program right here. And if we scroll down right here to the daycares offering this program is actually offered at two different daycares. So although a program is a child of a daycare, the program can also be applied in multiple places. That gives you the flexibility to not have to create the program multiple times if it happens to be at more than one of your locations. If this is still a little confusing, don't worry, we're going to be exploring it in much more detail over the next set of videos. But for now, that covers the very high-level overview of everything that we should know about how the daycare application is set up. We have organizations, we have daycares, and then we have programs. Now, let's note one important thing. Right now, we're looking at the public profiles for when you publish your daycare. If we go back home, you can see that we're still on the Lucy page. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at the same three profiles, but we're going to be looking at them within the Portal app now. In order to do that, you're going to have two things. You're going to have, first of all, a Lucy account. And then once you have a Lucy account, you can sign up for a Portal account within it. Let's do that together. I'm going to click right here to sign up. I'm going to use this email, and I'm going to set a password, and I'm going to create my Lucy account. I recommend that you go initially through this onboarding process since it will help us guide you in the right direction and give you all the customizations that you need. Now you can see that once we're logged in, we'll have this button on the top right hand side that says Lucy Platform. If I click on that, you can see I've arrived at the home page for all logged in users. I have a bunch of social features that we have covered in other videos, including the home page, the news feed, finding daycares, friends, and so on. The one thing I'm going to be doing right off the bat is I'm going to go into my settings and I'm just going to set a name for my account. And then I'm going to dismiss this. And you can see my name has been saved. Going back to the home. So now that we have the Lucy account, what we're going to be doing next is we're going to be clicking on the portal button. The portal is the application name for the daycare application. And I'm going to click join now. And now I'm inside the portal application. The distinction to make right here is, although it looks a little bit similar, you can see that the portal application will have this portal pill right here on the left-hand side. If I want to go from the portal application back to the home, I can click apps and I can return directly to the Lucy platform. Or if I happen to have also one of the other accounts, like a parent's account or like a marketplace account, I can go directly to those. So I could click Lucy platform and end up back at the main platform. Or on the right-hand side right here, you see that we have a drop down for our account. I could click here, main site, and end up back at the main site as well. I'm going to be showing you two different accounts. I'm going to be showing you what a new account looks like so you can see what it looks like to you. And then I'm going to be showing you what a complete account looks like, which is the one that I have for myself. So you can see that as soon as we sign up for the portal account, we end up in the onboarding page. But what I want to do right now is I want to click the Lucy logo, and this is what the portal homepage actually looks like. You can see that by default, I get an organization that gets created for me. So you can see that my organization has the default name of my organization, and you'll set that to your business name later on. And then you have the same information page right here for Portal so that you can learn about all the different features that it offers. So recall that we covered the fact that most daycares will fall into one of two buckets. You're going to be creating an organization from scratch, or you're going to be claiming an existing daycare. If you happen to fall into that second category where you're going to be claiming an existing daycare, you're going to click right here, and then you're going to go into movements, and then claims, and then search for organizations, and you'll see that the organizations in the system are already listed here. So for any of these, you could click claim, and you can start the application process. We have a set of videos that cover all of this in much more detail, and I'm going to be adding them to the description. So if that's what you're looking for, you can basically watch that other video and get started from there. But since the focus today is on profiles, I'm going to be showing you two different modes. I'm going to be showing you what an empty organization looks like when you first created your account, and then I'm going to be showing you a full one once you happen to fill everything out. So this is an empty account. I'm going to click right here, click my organization, and now I'm within the organization set of pages. I have a set of empty cards right here for the different things that will apply to my organization, including the organization profile that I have, the daycares, the programs, and then a bunch of other cards that we'll be covering in the future. But since the focus today is on the profiles, we're going to click the profiles, and you'll see again that we have an organization profile already set up. It's waiting for us to fill it out. And then we have the ability to create individual daycares and create individual programs as well. What I'm going to be doing right away is I'm going to click my organization. I'm going to click right here, and I'm going to give it a name called Maple Grove. I'm going to click Save, go back to the profiles, and now we have our organization profile with a name. I'm going to click Create Daycare, and then I'm going to enter an address for where there's daycares located. This one will be in Burnaby. And you can see that now this is the daycare profile page that we have. We go back here to the profiles. Now we have the organization. We have a single daycare. We can add new ones if we want, if we happen to have multiple locations. And then I can click New Program as well. And the cool thing about programs is that we provide a set of names for different program ideas based on other daycares. So you can see we have some age-based programs like infants, preschool, so on, before and after school, seasonal, language, and so on. I can click on any of them and just create a program. And right now I'm just going to be creating two. And create a toddler one as well. So that covers everything that we wanted to cover today. We have the daycare profiles, we have the organization profile, and then we have a profile as well for each of the different programs. So what I've done right now is I've clicked on each one of these to open them up in new tabs. And here's what the empty daycare profile looks like, the empty organization profile, and the empty program profile as well. So I did promise that I would be showing you what each one of these looks like once they're filled in. So I'm going to switch over to my main account and we're going to be seeing the same thing. So here I am again in the portal application, but you can see I have a daycare called Little Acorn. I can click on this organization and you can see for this one, I have a bunch of things that the other one didn't have. I already have a paid plan. I have some chat messages, notifications, drive items, and so on. But the thing to focus on today is the profiles that are already filled in. I'm going to click on profiles and you can see this organization has 3 different daycares at 3 different locations. So one in downtown, one in North Vancouver, and one in Burnaby. There's one organization profile and then there's 3 programs as well. And just to open them up to see what each of these look like. This is what a daycare profile will look like internally to you as you kind of edit it. You'll have the gallery section, the icon, and all the information that you can add about it. The same thing for the organization, your organization profile, and finally the program profile as well. Over the next set of videos, we're going to be covering each one of these profiles one by one so we can learn about how they work and how we can fill them out for our own daycare.